Hello students, the first question, the positive and negative impact of an economic activity on others without involving any price or penalty is known as externality. It means the effect may be positive or negative, but the price is not paid for it or penalty is not imposed, and that is called as externalities. What by externalities? That is, you should be in a position to write the same. The positive or negative impact of an economic activity without paying any price or penalty is known as externality. The sum total of expenditure on domestically produced goods and services during the period of an accounting year. It is the total expenditure on domestically produced goods is called aggregate demand. Which among the following is an example of non-development expenditure? So expenditure on education is a development expenditure. Expenditure on health is a development. Expenditure on road it is a development. Old age pension is an example of non-development expenditure. The difference between fiscal deficit and interest payment is known as primary deficit. Already I had told the three deficit you have to study: revenue deficit, fiscal and primary deficit, along with the formula. When the exchange rate of the Indian rupee against the US dollar changes from $1 is equal to rupees 60 to $1 is equal to rupees 65, India's export will increase because we are getting 5 rupees extra per unit per dollar, so it will increase. Which of the following is a component of demand for foreign exchange? When we need foreign currency, export of the country, we get foreign currency. Direct foreign investment, we get foreign currency. Direct purchase of goods and services by non-resident foreigner, they are making purchase here, we get foreign currency. Payment of international loan, we are paying the loan, so we need foreign currency. There is a demand for foreign currency. This is the answer. Next one, the income which is left with the people after paying direct personal tax and other fees fine is called personal disposable income. It is the income left after payment of tax, fees, fine. The flow of goods and services as planned by the producer during an accounting year is called aggregate supply. Corporate tax, gift tax, wealth tax are the examples of direct tax. Repeated it is. So direct, indirect tax, so many times the questions are asked. Demand for foreign exchange is universally related to its what? The demand for currency depends on price. It is universally opposite related to price. When the price is more, the demand for the currency will be less, and when the price of the currency is less, demand is more. The process of privatization of public sector enterprise is known as disinvestment. It is also called the exchange rate at which the demand for foreign currency is equal to its supply is called par rate of exchange or equilibrium rate of exchange. Then the next one, income from property and entrepreneurship is called operating surplus. What by operating surplus? It is the income from property and entrepreneurship. The situation when aggregate demand is short of aggregate supply, means aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply, it is called as deficient demand. It is also repeated. The statement of the estimates of government receipts and government expenditure is called as government budget. It is also repeated. The excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipt is called revenue deficit. Three deficits are there, revenue deficit, fiscal and primary. You have to study this. A change from $1 to rupees 65 to $1 to 70 implies whether there is a appreciation of rupee, that is the value of dollar is increase and value of rupee decrease. No, it is not appreciation. It is the adjustment of rupee. No, depreciation of rupee. Because earlier we used to get dollar by paying 65. Now we are paying more. So our value of the money has decreased in terms of dollar, and that is called as depreciation of rupee. The foreign exchange rate at which, that is the rate which is fixed by the government. So the exchange rate which is fixed by the government is called fixed exchange rate. It is also repeated. If the personal income is rupees 40,000, personal direct tax is 5,000, fines and fees is 1,500, then personal disposable income is what? From 40,000 we have to deduct both 5,000 and 1,500. So total is how much? 6,500. You have to deduct from 40,000. So we will get answer 33,500. Consumption as a component of income is always positive. It is also repeated. Which among the following is a direct tax? So these are all indirect tax. Wealth tax is a direct tax. The decision taken by the government of India to sell its majority of shares in Maruti Udyog to Suzuki is called a disinvestment. Selling the private government company to the private sector is called disinvestment. The account which records the import and export of goods and services and unilateral transfers is known as, that is in BOP there are two accounts. So the current account, it records the import of the goods, export of the goods, as well as services and transfer payment. So that is called as the current account. The ratio of price level in different countries is known as purchasing power parity. It is also repeated. Then, which of the following indicates market value of final goods and services produced in the economy during a period of an accounting year is called national income. Repeated. What is the excess of income over consumption during an accounting year is called income minus consumption. Income is more and consumption is less. That is called as saving. Excess of income over consumption is called as what? Saving. What is the statement of estimates of government receipts and government expenditure during a financial year? It is also repeated. Government budget. It means it is a statement of estimates of government receipts and government expenditure. What is the sale of government owned enterprises classified as? Why is the sale of government owned enterprises classified as a capital receipt? Government is selling the company, so the assets of the government is reduced. So because it reduces asset. Capital expenditure means what? When the expenditure is made, when we get the sell the government company, why the sale of government enterprises is classified as a capital receipt. When you sell the government company, we get the money. So by selling the company, government asset is reduced. So this is the answer, because it reduced the asset. One is, the answer will be either government asset will be reduced or the capital expenditure receipt means the liability will be increased. But here the government is selling the company, so asset is reduced. If the government borrows the loan, then liability will be increased. So capital receipt means that is the government get the money by selling the asset or taking the loan. When the government takes the loan, liability is increased, and when the government sells the asset, asset is reduced. So here government is selling the company, so that is called as a capital receipt because asset is reduced. Because it reduces asset. The global price of oil has decreased from rupees 80 to 60 per barrel. What impact does does this have on India's foreign exchange? So the demand for foreign exchange will decrease. So here in India, the demand for our currency, foreign exchange, will decrease because the rate has reduced from 80 to rupees 60. It means the value of our rupee has increased. So when the value price is more, automatically the demand for currency, foreign exchange, will decrease. The value of the US dollar is rupees 70 and it appreciates 1 week, then the value of US dollar should be, so the dollar is appreciating. So when the dollar will appreciate, when this should be increased more than 70. So 60 is there, 65, 68. So only one. This is the correct answer. The answer you have to find out more than 70 because the value of dollar appreciate. If it is a depreciate, less than 70. If it is appreciate, you have to find out more than 70. So this is one answer. Thank you.